The following show, Conversations with Edigga, does not reflect the views of Charm City Direct TV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Conversations with Edigga, where insightful dialogues unfold. Join host Edigga as he dives into captivating discussions with music artists, entrepreneurs, and visionaries from around the world. Get ready to explore diverse perspectives, gain valuable insights, and be inspired. This is Conversations with Edigga.
Come on. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Thank you. Give a round of applause again. Let's do this. Yes. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining those who are live right now, right here on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you. I want to say thank you to you, and this one is for you. Yes. Those who are joining a little bit later, I want to say thank you to you. And those who are listening to this broadcast right now on WLEO 26.7 online radio, I just want to say thank you. This one's for you. Yes. Because people,
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that.
yes, you can be anywhere in the United States right about now, but you're right here with me. And I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Because what you see here is very hard to do. Emotionally, and I want to say emotionally because sometimes I want to do it, but sometimes I just don't want to do it. I'm just being honest. But hey, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for this to happen. It's just not, coming into the Lion's Den Media Studios. I like that. And coming in and turning on lights and turning on cameras and picking the topic that you want to talk about, because sometimes I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about at the time. Sometimes you get a burst of energy, you reach out to people to join you on the live, and they don't want to come on because some people are camera shy, but they flick it up every day on they phones and taking pictures with the duck lips and all of that. And sometimes you have something to say, you forget about it, you say, is it appropriate? It's a lot. It's a lot to put on. So whenever I am on and people are watching, I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. Yes. Thank you. This is Conversations with Edigga. I am your host, the man that you all know and love, Edigga. That's right. And I am in the Lion's Den Media Studios. Yes. I love that. The Lions Den Media Studios. Hey, if you have a show idea, if you have a show in mind and really don't know how to execute that show, you know what you can do. Contact your boy. I got you. And even if you want to put together your show and you don't want to host the show right here on Charm City Direct TV, it's okay because I did my due diligence and I offered you the best advice that I could possibly offer you. But there's a problem. There is a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, we got a big problem, Houston, because you gonna have to pay for the advice. Don't expect to get the advice and run off with it and say, "Oh, I got advice for me, Digga." No, that's not how it works nowadays. Because the Lions Den Media Studios is a LLC. Yes, it is a full business. And I'm trying to get the Skrillers to operate my full business. Yes. So if you do not understand that, you can kick rocks with no socks. Hey, everybody, we got a great show today because we got some stuff to talk about, and it relates to the big election. That's right. So coming up next, we're going to talk about, are you voting and who are you voting for? Don't go nowhere. Much more to come right here on Conversations with Edigga. So the big election is coming up next month in November. I believe the date is November the 5th, where the vice president, Kamala Harris, no relations. I don't know if is related to me or not. I gotta find that out. I gotta find that out. I gotta find out if the vice president is related to me because her last name is Harris. My last name is Harris. I want to know that. Are we cousins? I'm your nephew or something? You know. Well, anywho, the big election is coming up, and there are some things on the table that we can look forward to. Either we're going to experience history in the making, or we're going to get another 4 years of the Orange Dictator. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too fond of that, of going back 4 years with him. But like I said, we will embark in history as Kamala Harris is elected, Vice President Kamala Harris is elected the first woman president of these United States. And of course, every time when this comes around, when election time comes around, and you find out who is running, who's in the running, uh, we somehow get a lot of uh opinions from a lot of people, and as my mother would call it, uh conversations from the peanut gallery, so to speak. And I look at it as opportunity because when we were coming up, when we was coming up, or as slaves or black people, I'm gonna just say slave. I'm gonna just say black people. I'm not even gonna bring slavery into this. But as black people, we were not allowed to vote. We did not have any voting power. And it's crazy because right now they're doing everything in their power. Every time that election time comes around, they do everything in their power for black people not to vote. And it amazes me how black people seem to not want to vote because of the outcome. Now, I was one of those people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was one of those people. I was one of those people, good people. Okay. I had to clarify that because that ain't sound right. But what I found out in my research, the key word today is research and homework, is that if I want to make a difference, if I want to see change, like right now, I cannot do another. And this is just me. This is just my personal opinion, and I think I'm entitled to that. I do not want to see another 4 years of a man complaining, crying, I'm the president. You're going to get sued. It is total embarrassment on the United States how the other countries are looking at us as a president, a sitting president who has so much free speech. It is now. Here's the thing: when Trump was president, the reason why a lot of people liked him, now listen to me, a lot of people liked Trump because of his freedom of speech. And they were saying that a lot of presidents did not have that freedom of speech. You see what I'm saying? It was almost like he did whatever the hell he wanted to do. And he said whatever the hell he wanted to say. Now, I get it. I get it. You know, you're in the office, you're the president. I deserve to be not scripted. I deserve to say whatever the hell I want to say. But sometimes, good people, it don't look good. It don't look good. You know, even when I do this show, sometimes I have to have some type of decorum. You see what I'm saying? I have to have, you know, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. Sometimes, you know, I want to be dignified. I want to be professional. Sometimes you need to cut it on and cut it off. Maybe behind closed doors. Maybe if people actually saw him behind closed doors, he could be this great person, you know? But standing in front of center stage, representing the United States, saying and complaining and embarrassing other people that you're representing, it's not good. It's not good. You know, it I hate to do this, but I'm going to say Obama. I'm gonna say Obama. Now, Obama, when he was president, there was a cool side to Obama. You see what I'm saying? Barack Obama as president was the coolest president ever. I mean, you had Bill Clinton, but and they said Bill Clinton was the blackest white president that we ever had. Okay, we had a black president. That's the thing. And when he was in office, Barack Obama, he was just cool. He was just laid back. And you know you can tell that the job was getting to him because his hair just turned gray just like that. All that stress and worry, and I can tell because it happens to me. It's the stress, worry. You can't really see it, Um, it normally comes in on the side on my beard, but you can tell it up here when I get a haircut, they all take it off. Okay, thank you. But you could tell that the job was getting to him because all that stress, all that worrying, all that thinking, but he was the coolest president ever to me. Some people didn't like him, some people loved him. I, for one, he was just cool. He was a cool president. You see what I'm saying? When he first got in the office and he was just walking around greeting people and doing things out of the norm. Like, most presidents is not gonna, shake hands with the help, or most presidents is not gonna sit down and be one on one with the people. You see what I'm saying? It was the certain things that President Obama did that I'm like, wow. And I am glad that I experienced it during my time. You see what I'm saying? But when Donald Trump was in office, there were a couple of things that did not happen. It wasn't the Easter egg. You remember Easter? It wasn't the Easter egg hunt at the White House. Remember all the presidents had a big Easter egg hunt for the kids at the White House. Donald Trump did not have that. He did not have that. Remember Christmas at the White House? I don't think Donald Trump had that. So it's certain things that the personality of a president that really gets me. Now, when you get in office and do your thing, that's you. You know, that's the politics of it. You got to do this, but the personal attribute, the attitude, that what gets me. Now, like I said, personally, I cannot do another 4 years of embarrassment. I can't do it. I can't do another 4 years of crying. I am this. I am the president. I am the boss. You listen to me. Da da da. Uh-huh. I can't go through that. I really can't. Now here's Vice President Kamala Harris, a woman. Now Hillary Clinton, of course, she ran. Unfortunately, she did not win. She was close, but she didn't win. Now Kamala comes, throw her name in the plate in the hat, throw her name in the arena, and there's a very, very, very good chance that she becomes the president of the United States. And the reason why I say we are embarking on history again, because we had a black president, a black president. I was so glad. I was so glad to have lived during that time that Barack Obama won president, first black president of the United States. We talked about it and it happened. But now we get to see a first woman president of the United States. And again, a lot of people are talking about that. Oh, she ain't going to win. Oh, she has not laid down a policy yet. It kills me, and I say this every time. I was about to say every year. Every time the election time come around, you see black people, and the first thing they say is, "What will she do for black people?" That is the number one question from black people. What will she do for black people? Now, I have come, like I said, I have come to the realization that she's not going to do everything for black people. That's like Trump. They said Trump did a lot for black people. I didn't see it. So now you have Kamala Harris, who is half black, half Korean, half Indian. The list goes on. I don't know. They all I know, she's part black. You know other nationalities that's within her, that's her business. All I know is she's half black. But that's the thing. Us as black people, every time we get an ounce of black, every time we get a trickle of black in someone, we automatically ask the question, okay, is she black? What is she doing for black people? That is the number. I don't know why. That's like when Obama was in office. Wait, what? He black. What? Uh, uh, what is he going to do for black people? I don't think that. I don't think that the job entails on the first agenda, if she is elected, do this for black people. And it's crazy because black people take that and that is their reasoning of why they don't vote. What are black people getting out of this vote? The reason why I vote, and your opinion is way different from mine. I know that we don't need to discuss it. I get it. Everybody's opinion is different. But my opinion is it's like an opportunity. This is an opportunity. This is a very free opportunity because voting don't cost a thing. You register when you become of age. You register when you come of age, and you vote. You register to vote, and when election time, and I'm not just talking about president. I'm talking about state level and city level. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody just so fixated on the national level of voting. Vote on your mayor, city council, councilman, uh 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 neighborhood representation. The list goes on. If you don't, here's my thing. You have to have a reason, and my reason is this. I need to see some change. I want to see change. And in order to see change, that is my opportunity to vote. If there was ever a time when the camera, you out in the street and the people out in the street and they're interviewing people, and if there ever is a time when they will interview me, I will say just that. Lady C. Larry. If voting was absolutely okay, if voting was absolutely vital, our ancestors wouldn't have died for the right to do it. Yes, right. I agree. And thanks for watching, Lady C. I appreciate you watching. I agree. Our ancestors fought, died, bled, sweated for the opportunity for us's right here to cast a vote. Because at one time, and like I said before, where at one time we couldn't vote. Black people voting. Black people voting? No, can't have that. None of that. I vote. I vote because I have the opportunity, and I vote to see change. Now, a lot of people have their opinions. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people have their opinions. Now our 16-year-old children can vote. Yes, yes. Yes, take advantage of the opportunity. Just don't think that what I get every year, not every year, but every time when election time come around, we battle with the same question. Is my vote going to matter? Well, I don't know. I can't answer that. But did you vote? Did you vote? That's the question. And I hate when the people talk after the fact. Now, God forbid if Trump get in office, how did he get in office? This is some bullshit. How did he get in office? Because you didn't vote. You didn't vote. For, here's my like I said, you have to have a reason to vote based on what you see. It's two candidates now. It's two candidates. You got the Orange Dictator and you have Kamala Harris. My reasoning of voting right now, the reason why I will cast my vote on November the 5th, I want to see a change. And also, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't feel like being embarrassed again for 4 more years. I don't feel like hearing my president crying, complaining, being a dictator. I'm gonna sue everybody who's had a father. I don't want to hear that. I need somebody to represent the United States that has some sense, who's not going to complain, who's going to keep it 100 and keep it professional. I can't do it. So here's this lady, aka Sura, or however you want to say it. She got some class to her. She's very professional. She knows how to talk. And like black people will dissect the shit out of any. She haven't said anything about the policies. She haven't said anything of what she gonna do with black people. The woman ain't even in the office yet. But the question that I have for everybody that always do that is, are you gonna vote? And normally the question will be no, because of how they're talking about this situation. I was at work, co-worker. Well, I don't think Kamala gonna get this one. It ain't looking good. I think Trump gonna get it. But then when Trump get in office, what's the value? He ain't doing a goddamn thing for black people. You could have prevented that. You really could have prevented that. We still stuck on these people are not doing anything for black people. But have you checked? Have you did your research? Have some facts behind that. Go. Everything is on Google. Everything is on the internet now. Everything. Everything is on the internet. What has Kamala Harris did for black people? That's all you gotta type in. And I'm almost certain they give you a rack of shit of what she did or didn't do. What have the Orange Dictator did for black people? Whole rack of lists pop up. I just can't have the embarrassment factor. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't give a damn what these other countries say about the US. We'll blow you up. No. Mm-mm. 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 If that's your only reasoning, you see what I'm saying? If that's your I can't deal with a crybaby for another 4 years, people. I can't go through it. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't. The hell is you crying about? Just like a little baby. That's nah, nah. What are you crying about, yo? What are you crying? Why are you complaining about? I can't do it. I can't do it. So, November the 5th. First of all, are you registered to vote? That's the question. Are you registered? Have you gone out and registered to vote? That is the question. Secondly, are you going to the polls? Do you feel like dealing with the people? Now, I can't. I personally, I had two bad experiences actually going to the polls, and that's another thing. That's another thing. People don't want to get up and go to the polls, but there's this beautiful creation. There's always a ram in the bush. There's this thing called early voting. Amen. Amen. Lady C said, I am registered and my son is too. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. That's the question. Are you ready? All the people who complain, I voted early by mail whenever possible. There you go. There you go. Yes. I was going to say that. First of all, like I said, are you registered to vote? I remember one year I told my son, get your clothes on. Come on, we going up Morgan. We went up Morgan University. And he had just turned 19, 20. I think he just turned 20. And I said, you going to vote today. You're going to vote. We voted. And they had this huge turnout. People all outside. They had the marching band out there. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, damn, they made it out of an event. We came outside and they taking pictures. They had the big ass border thing up, like you take your picture and everything. I was like, stop playing. And he actually enjoyed himself. We went in, we cast our vote, got the hell out. But then I had two other experiences with going to actual polls. And I did do early voting one time. You see what I'm saying? Because I said, man, I am not going to nobody's polls. I'm not doing that. Because one year, that first year I voted, oh Lord Jesus, the line was all the way out the door. And I think that was the Obama election when I voted. The line was out the door. It was out the door, wrapped around. I said, God damn. Then that next year, or that next time, I did the early voting. Then that next time, I went to the polls again. And it wasn't that bad because I was in, I was out. That's the thing, people. In, out. In, out. Gone. I ain't got time. So this year, like I said, I'm looking at the possibilities of doing the early voting, and getting my family to do the early voting, or if they want to go to the polls, whichever one they like. But if you one of those people that complain all of the goddamn time and you do nothing about it, how's that singing? If you're not a part of the solution, I remember that year I stood in line for hours and I was pregnant. Hold on, I remember that year I stood in line for hours and I was pregnant, so I had a lawn chair. Yes! It get real out there at the polls. Now, luckily, it wasn't no fighting or anything like that. It was just a lot of people. I can't do a lot of people. Just a lot of people just standing around, just for no reason. Like, girl, oh my God. I can't do that. I can't do that. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. Damn. So one year, like I said, we went over here. I think it was the election of mayor, the mayoral election for Brandon, Sheila. I think it was that one. I'm not sure. But I do remember going up Morgan that one year and doing the actual polls, going in to do the polls. And like I said, it was quick, but they just made it out of a big event. You see what I'm saying? And my son, I told my son, I was like, "Yo, come on, let's put your clothes on. We gonna vote." Father and son bonding situation. We had fun. After that, we got something to eat. Came back in the house, went to sleep. It was it was great. It was great. But don't be that person to complain and not do nothing about it, and you did not vote. Don't be that person. Do not be that person to always complain, and then when asked the question, did you vote? And your answer is no. 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 You're not making the difference. You're not making an impact. If you want change, do something about it. That's how I was always brought up. If you want something to happen, make it happen. And you have the power now to do it. Like I said, black people, we did not have the right to vote. And they're making it every day. They are conjuring up situations for us to not vote. God forbid if they take the right of voting away from our people, what will happen then? Another reason for us to complain. So exercise your free right, your free opportunity to vote today. Now, I can't tell you who to vote for. I cannot tell you who to vote for. It's up to you. I know my reasonings for voting, and I know who I'm voting for based off of my knowledge and my own opinion and what I see. And that is between me and I guess God. Whoever I vote for is whoever I vote for. But do not sit there and complain and not cast a vote. Hey, we got much more to talk about coming up. Control freak. Can't even get it out. Control freaks. People who want to control your every move. That is the topic next, coming up on Conversations with Edigga. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come.
Have you heard?
No. What?
WLEO 26.7 online radio is airing grown folks music every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is Sam Smith still the host?
Sam Smith, baby.
Yes, and he still talks too much.
No, I don't.
I remember listening to his show, and right in the middle of the song, he started to sing.
I am sure he messed the song up.
Y'all are a bunch of haters.
Okay. Can we get back to making the promo for WLEO 26.7 online radio?
No problem.
Don't forget to check out Grown Folks Music, heard every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Heard on WLEO 26.7 online radio. And oh yeah, it's hosted by Sam.
Beep, we are out of time. I always wanted to say that.
Did you say his last name?
No one cares.
Y'all really are a bunch of haters. Wait until I talk to Mr. Harris about y'all. Sam Smith is the host of Grown Folks Music that can now be heard on WLEO 26.7 online radio.
Join me every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the fastest 60 minutes on Gospel Radio Today, which is entitled Gospel Vibrations, which is God's show. And I am your host, Melvin Jordan. This show is derived to uplift, inspire, and encourage through the inspirational sounds of gospel, and you will also receive an encouraging word along the way. It's Gospel Vibrations on WLEO 26.7 online radio every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And welcome back to the show. Yes. This is Conversations with Edigga. I am your host, the man that you all know and love, Edigga. Thank you for joining. And before I forget, I need to mention something that's coming up. My good friend, Kelly Parker, she is having an event and she wants you to come to it. And it is the official Freaking Fright Halloween Costume Bash. That's right. Friday, October the 25th. Costume contest, free food, BYOB, games and prizes, limited open bar, $20 more at the door. If you would like to go, contact Kelly or Thick Kells, how I affectionately know her. And those who don't know her, she was one of the co-hosts for the Charm City Direct Radio Show. For more information, you can contact her at 240-670-5359. And it will be at the Columbus Hall, 7910 Hartford Road, Parkville, Maryland, 21234. The time is 8 p.m. to 1 p.m. I need to say this is a huge event. We were blessed to go one year. All of the members of the Charm City Direct Radio Show, we were there. We was a special guest, and it is a great, great, great party. It is a great opportunity. So make sure you go there. October the 25th. That is a Friday night. The Halloween Costume Bash, costume contest, free food, BYOB, games and prizes, $20 and more at the door. If you want more information, contact Thick Kells or Kelly at 240-670-5359. Need to say that. Hey, everybody, we are back with the show. And the next topic I want to talk about is control freaks. Yes. People who wants to control your every move. That's right. Now, normally when you think about control freaks, the first thing to pop in your head is relationship. Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend. Now, I need to say it has no gender. It has no gender. It could be anybody. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousin, your best friend, or typically your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, or your girlfriend. And these people uh, either know it or they don't know it, that they have this ability or they are these people. You ever met one of these people? Now, I've encountered a lot of people with a control mannerism, you know. And it has happened to me a couple of times in a relationship. And they wanted to know my every move. My that's as soon as I get out of bed, so to speak. It was like, I didn't get a wake up call from you this morning. Or where were you at 10:15 last night? Or why didn't you call me back when you said you was going to call me back? Now, I understand and I don't understand. Because like many people fear the uncertain. Or how can I say this? Like, if a person don't respond to a text message or they don't call, the first thing you think of is something happened to that person. Now, I'm always sharing this story. I always got a story. I was that person. I was a temporary control freak. And here's why I say that, because when my son was younger, because right now my son is 22 now. He's a whole grown man. When he was younger, and I'm talking about like 16, 17, 18, I I I semi controlled his life because I knew my son, you know. And my son had a habit, and he still does, to leave out the door and go without telling anybody where he's going. You see what I'm saying? My son will leave out the door, and you will not see my son for like 2, 3, 4 days. And he will not tell anybody where he's going. So we had a conversation about that. I said, look, boy, you need to tell me where you going. I need to know where you going. Like, because if God forbid, worst come to worst, something happened to you, I don't know where you at. You see what I'm saying? So I need to know where you are. So when he was leaving out the door, it's like, where you going? So it got a little better. You see what I'm saying? But now, as at 22, he's a grown man, you know. But it still worries me because as a parent, I worry about him. And I'm going to continue even when he's 30 or 40, I'm still going to, if God bless me to be on this earth, if to see him at 30, I'm still going to worry. And he still does it. He'll leave, you won't see him. And if I don't see my son for like 2 days, I'm gonna text him. Hey, you good? You good? And he responds back like, yeah, I'm good. But if he don't respond back, I need to send out the search party. I need to find my son. So I would admit that I had a temporary control situation on my son. But there are people that are control freaks. And that is their prime objective, to dictate and control your every move. Why didn't you call me? Where were you? How come you didn't eat this? I need you to do this. I need for this to happen at this certain time. I. There's no compromise. And like I said, I was in one of those relationships. I was in that relationship. When I met the person, everything was all peaches and cream, you know. We went out one time and I ordered my food, she ordered her food, and that's when it started right there. That's when I saw it. And this was the first time we went out. I ordered my food, and normally I will let, the man let the woman order first. But for this particular night, I don't know what happened. When the waiter came, I looked at the waiter. That's one. That's how it all kicked off. I don't think it was me ordering first. It was me looking at the waiter or the waitress I looked at you have to have eye contact. And it reminded me, I don't know if y'all ever seen the episode of The Fresh Prince. Vivica A. Fox was on that episode. It was Will, Carlton, and Vivica, and she was a control freak. That was the control freak episode right there. And it happened just like that damn episode. You gotta have eye contact when you talk to people. So I looked at the waiter. I keep saying waiter, but waitress, and I ordered my food. But it wasn't a like a hey, how you doing? Like, I don't know. It wasn't like that. I looked at her and I kept eye contact with her to let her know what in the blue hell that I wanted to eat. So after she ordered her food, she left. I tried to make small talk or small conversation. She said, "Bah, bah, 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 bah. What was all of that?" I said, "What was all of what? What was all of that? You looking at her, she's looking at you, and y'all making the googly eyes, and huh? What are you talking about? I ordered my food. I am a person. I've been taught that in order to talk to someone, you got to make eye contact. Just like I'm making eye contact with this goddamn camera. Now, 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 now. You were making googly eyes at the waitress. I said, look, I don't know what you saw, but I was ordering my food. I don't know what you're talking about. So that was the issue. Another issue was, and you ordered first. You're supposed to let the woman order first. Now, mind you, people, food ain't even get out here yet. So I'm like, are we going to do this right now? First, do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? Because I can leave. I don't know about you, but I can leave. Oh, so you just going to leave and leave me here? I said, first of all, you making a whole big issue about something that I don't even like think it's irrelevant for real. She made a whole big scene. Now I'm the type person, I do not like to make a scene. But if we got to make a scene, we going to make a scene. You see what I'm saying? I'm not big on scenes. You see what I'm saying? Hey, let's talk about this. If we can't talk about this, I can leave. I can leave. She made a whole big spectacle about it. She left. Bye. So when the waitress came back with the food, I said, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm not paying for that. Can you take that back? Okay, fine. I sat there by myself and I ate my food. I paid for my food and I bounced. Period, point blank. And she had the nerve to call me talking about, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I just saw, no. Peace out. You only get one time. One time. So another situation was dealing with another female, and she tried to tell me who I needed to be friends with. She was trying to tell me that the people that are my friends are really not my friends. Now, I tell anybody, I roll with three guys. Three of them. And these are the guys that I trust with my life. I love them like brothers, even though we're not brothers. We call ourselves brothers. We're two brothers and one cousin. I love them with everything in me. They get on my nerves sometimes, but I love them like they are brothers. And that's what brothers do. We're going to argue sometimes. We're going to disagree sometimes. We're going to laugh sometimes. We're going to be mad with each other sometimes. That is what brothers and cousins do. You see what I'm saying? She tried to tell me that you shouldn't be friends with him. Oh, no. Control. Control. I think you would look good with this on. Why are you always wearing jeans and hoodies? I think that sometimes when you're walking, you need to walk. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Control freaks. And it's crazy because, like I said, some people that are control freaks will tell you straight out, no, I ain't no control freak. Yes, you are. When you try to switch up a brother's attire, oh no. I've been dressing like this because a lot of people they say, you know, I dress the way I dress. I dress on occasion. I dress for comfortability. If the comfortability. I dress for comfort. There you go. I try to be all studious. I dress for comfort, and I love hoodies. When I am able to wear a hoodie, if it's cold outside, I'm rocking a hoodie. I love jeans. I love tennis. If I'm dressing for the occasion, if it's hot outside, I'm putting on shorts. You will never, ever, ever see me in some sandals. Never. Never. And they say never. This one time, you will never see me in a pair of sandals. I don't give a damn if they toe in or toe out. First of all, the reason why I don't like sandals, I don't like my feet. I'm gonna be honest with you. So you will never see me in some open toe sandals on my feet because I don't like them and I don't like my feet. So why do I have to do that? So another female, I think you would look good in sandals. I think you would look good in this and a button down shirt. No, control. You no. Now I will ask for your suggestion. Hey, do this look nice? How about this? Should I rock this with this? I'm going to ask you that. But to have someone to tell you or switch up your attire based on their personal preference of how you should look, no, that's called control. I have no problem going to the barbershop on my own. I don't have no problems going to shopping for myself. Now, my wife, she will pick out some stuff. She will buy some stuff. I will wear it, but she do not say, I bought this because you need to wear it. She bought it because she know my likes of certain clothes. Hear me now. She's not going to buy nothing to say, I bought this and you better wear it. I bought this and I think you should look nice in it and you should wear. No, it's not like that. She know my likes. I like clothes. I need to say that. I love clothes. I love clothes. And she know I like hoodies. She know I like hoodies. She know I like clothes and tennis. There has never been a time where my wife said you would look good in this or try to switch up my attire because she knows that I dress for the occasion. and I have no problem dressing for the occasion. If I'm going to a funeral, I'm dressing according to the occasion. If I'm going to a wedding, I'm dressing for that occasion. If we're out and about, we going out. Sometimes she even got to tell me, "Hey, we going to Walmart. You ain't got to dress up." Because I have no problem. I want to look nice. That's the thing. When people see her and they see me, and they're like, "God damn, I saw Lanier with Ernest. Good Lord, the fuck is wrong with him? Is he sick? He was dressing bummy as hell." Because you got some guys like that. They will come out with the ugliest of ugliest clothes. Oh, we just going to Walmart. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't think I should dress up. No, I am a reflection of her, and I'm also a reflection of myself. You see what I'm saying? She gotta tell me, say like, "Look, babe, we're only going to Walmart. We're only going to the market." You see what I'm saying? But then you got some guys out here that will throw on anything. I'm like, God damn, but are you okay? I gotta get my hair cut. I've been getting my hair cut since I was a little boy with my father. And the one thing my father told me, keep your hair cut. Keep your hair cut. So I know these things. So when people approach me or in my past relationships, and when they was telling me about my attire and about my hair and about the clothes that I was wearing, I'm like, I know how to dress. I know how to dress. I dress for the occasion. Why are you trying to control me? And you got some guys out there who allow it. You got some women out there who allow it. You got your husbands out there. I think you need to show your titties more. I think you need to I think you need to wear some leggings that make I need to see your ass a little bit more. And then when you got guys watching your wife or your girlfriend with their titties out and with their ass out, you get mad. You get mad. And that's that control mentality. Sometimes you just need to sit down and be like, ask yourself the question: Is I'm a control freak? I need to I need to ask myself that. Is I'm a control freak? Put in pros and cons. Weigh your options. Do I do this? Do I do this? Make yourself a checklist of everything that you do. And on this side, make another checklist. Now, if this checklist outweighs this checklist, more than likely you are a control freak. If this checklist outweighs this checklist, might not be. But if you think a relationship is based off of you telling another person how to dress, when and where to come, how come you asking questions? It's not good. And then the other person and the person that's receiving it, you need to put your foot down and be like, first of all, you ain't going to tell me how to do nothing. They need to come to the realizations that I can't change people. And then you on the receiving end need to put your foot down and be like, bitch, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm a grown ass man. And then on the receiving, like I said, on the receiving end, you're like, you ain't going to tell me what to do. And on the flip side of that, you need to ask yourself the question like, damn. And it happens more with a relationship. I need to say that when you're in a relationship and that person, like I said, for my past 3 relationships before I met Linnea and got married, 3 people It could have been more. Try to tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I think you would look nice doing this. I no. They the signs. They're the words. They're the pickup words. When a person come to you and say, "I think you should that," no, no. I'm good with the clothes that I wear. And it was basically appearance with me. It was although all but that one time, like I said, with the friends, they try to dictate my friends, who my friends should be. And these are people that I've met or have known longer than you. I've met these people way longer than you, known them way longer than you. Ain't no way in hell. It's either them or you, and more than likely, they ain't going nowhere. So there are the words. You gotta see the signs. You gotta see the signs. You gotta check in. You gotta check in. You see what I'm saying? I gotta call her. Well, I gotta call my husband. Now, if that's your thing, I get it. If that's your thing, if you're comfortable, y'all comfortable, if that's what y'all do in y'all relationship, hey, hats off to you. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. My current marriage right now, Linnea, it's called trust. It's called trust. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. If you don't have trust, period. Nothing after that. If you don't have trust, you don't have nothing. If you cannot trust that person to be where they are or say where they are and they be where they are and you know that they are, it's nothing. If you know, if you know your partner, if you cannot trust your partner, it's nothing. It's no kind of reconcile. I mean, y'all can sit down and talk about it, but will it get anywhere? Trust. Like I said, on the receiving end, put your foot down. And that goes for, like I said, control has no gender. It's not just a male thing. It's not just a female thing. It's not just a relationship thing. Because they are family members who control everything, who want to control everything. When you eat, what time you eat, where we going to eat at, what time the music stop, what time the music start. They got to control every situation. People at your job. It's not just a relationship thing. It's a people's thing. It's no gender. Every women, men, even kids. Kids have control issues. You're going to play in this sandbox today. Today. No, I ain't playing in the sandbox today. I don't want to play in the sandbox today. Hey, everybody, that is my time. I want to say thank you for everyone who has tuned in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you are tuned in next week right here on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube at Charm City Direct TV to Conversations with Edigga. And make sure you check out this show on Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLEO 26.7 online radio. You have been great as always. And remember, good people, I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace. presentation of Charm City Direct TV in association with the Lions Den Media Studio. Thank you for watching.